Today we will continue with the lesson what we have already taken. Okay. So we have seen that alien Hmcs. We have seen that there was a mental door and Tillu is a god, isn't it? Tillu's daddy used to go inside and nobody was allowed to go. And one day he had taken the father's security card and he had opened the door and the metal door had opened and he had gone inside. But before we could do anything, the information had gone to the bureau and then other securities had come and he was taken back to home, isn't it? Because it was a secret place. Now we look. Then so father had said him that now he will explain what is the secret in his job. Let me explain to him, darling, said his father, who had just got up. If he is properly briefed. Properly briefed means if that properly given the about that secret passage is allowed to know about it, he will not do such a thing again. That means he will not find a secret planning to go inside. So we have to say him the real thing. Listen Tillu, I work on a surface where an ordinary person cannot survive because the air is too thin to breathe and where the temperature is so low that you would freeze to death. So what are the two reasons? Air is too thin to breathe and the temperature is very low. Because so when the air is too thin, we are not able to breathe and the temperature is very low. That also will not be able to help us to survive. So these are the two reasons why nobody is allowed to go through that secret passage. But daddy, how do you manage to survive? But he is asking, he is having the doubt, then why you are there? I got well equipped in special suit with a reservoir of oil, oxygen. So he was carrying that oxygen cylinders. I can keep warm and my boots are specially designed to make it easy for me to walk on the surface. What is moon? I have been trained to survive and work on that surface. So father is given special equipments to continue his work in that secret passage. There was a time when our forefathers lived on the surface quite naturally. Indeed, they did so many millions of years, but times changed. The very sun which had provided us with the subsistence had turned hostile. It changed only slightly, but the change was sufficient to upset the balance of nature on the planet. But years before, going to the past, they have been lately, but totally now the changes have come, and because of that, the changes which had occurred in the nature, it was not able to keep the balance. First the birds became extinct. So now who was the first one to go out of the planet? Birds. The animals followed. After the birds had gone out of the planet, next who had gone out? Animals. The fish could not bear it anymore. Even the fish was not able to survive. We managed to survive only because of our superior technology. So why human beings are there? So no animals. Yes, no birds, no animals, even fish also is not able to survive, isn't it? Then why human beings are there? Because of no technology. Because of no technology, human beings are able to do. That is why well equipped suits, boots and even oxygen cylinders. Because of our superior technology, but we were forced to live underground under artificial conditions. So they are all living underground with the artificial conditions. Under artificial conditions. Thanks to solar energy, we can generate sufficient power to make our life comfortable. Solar energy reaching from the sun. Because of that, we are able to live comfortably. Understood? But the machines which make the possible must always be in good working condition. Some of them are on the surface. I belong to the team whose responsibility is to keep watch on them and to service them. So, Tilu's father is having the work for keeping watch on the what working condition of the machines. Understood? He is having the responsibility of taking care of the working condition of the machines, because if any machines in between, if they stop, it will cause great danger, isn't it? So it has to be working in a good condition. Continuously it has to work. Daddy can enjoy the team when they grow up. So he was having the desire that when he grew up also he wanted to join in which group? In Daddy's group. Of course, if you want to, said his father. Father agreed. But for that you must be a good boy and do as your parents tell you. Mother said as usual the last word. So that all the mothers are saying, isn't it? If you want to become a good person, you have to first obey your parents, isn't it? Next day when Tilu's father went to work, he found the central room full of excitement. All are in a joy. People were crowded around the big TV screen. All are looking in front of the TV. It showed a dot on not otherwise clear background. So all are watching. Something is going to happen. So all are in front of the TV and watching the screen of the TV. If it is in a star, suddenly a dot had appeared on the screen. So it is in a star, for it is changing the position. First they thought it may be a star, but it was not fixed over there because it was changing the position. Our computer has given a trajectory for this earth. It's heading towards the supervisor of the last shift explained. A spacecraft. So what was that dot? That dot was the spacecraft. Dot was the spacecraft. Dot was the spacecraft. Tilu's father said, but by now he was joined by the teammates on the new ship. So we think, but it needs watching. So that means they have to look in that and see what is the change that is going to happen. A spacecraft from where? So now they wanted to know it is coming from where and what is it, isn't it? The solar system wasn't known to have any life anywhere except on their planet. Because only on the earth there is a life, isn't it? So they wanted to know from where the spacecraft had come and what was its purpose for coming. Tilu's father recalled the ancient days recorded in the archives of the Central Bureau when their ancestors had a well-developed space program and had searched the solar system with manned and unmanned spacecraft and found that they are indeed alone. So he started looking back to the books, and from the books he had understood that all the spacecrafts which he used to appear are alone because they are not coming from, then they are not being accompanied by any of other spacecrafts. Now in a day of energy shortage and underground life, they had no space program. They could only watch importantly from their battle point. Who were these strangers? So now they were, what is the question? Who were these strangers? Who were these strangers? The conference room in the Central Bureau was so quiet that an outsider would have thought it was empty. That much quiet it was. All are sitting very quietly because all are watching on the TV screen. All are watching on the TV screen and wanted to know who is the stranger in that spacecraft, isn't it? So it was a curiously anxious moment for everybody. And it was where pin drop silence was there. Central committee was quietly, unusually quiet. They knew that the president was going to make a momentous announcement. So all are waiting for the announcement. From whom? From the president. Colleagues, I will give you the report now that announcement is coming. I will give you the report as I have it. So saying that I am going to read the report what I am having in my hand. Why while I speak, there may be a change in the situation. So in between this time, there can be changes also, that also can be seen. The president paused to get his papers in order and then continued. 2 spacecraft are approaching it. So not only one, how many are coming? 2 spacecraft are coming. One is in phase orbiting our planet, but the other is reverse. So one is coming towards the planet and the other one is a little bit far away. So already they have said they have seen only the first one, isn't it? So that the first one which had appeared is the one which was coming very near to the planet, where they are doing the experiment. And still there is one also which is a little bit far away. So they wanted the other one also to see what it is, isn't it? 2 space are approaching. One is in the orbiting a planet while the other is still far away. Because that they are coming from a neighboring planet. How should we react? Number 1 we are used to. So there is number also. First one is the number 1. So now again they wanted to know why these 2 are approaching them, isn't it? What is there behind their approaching? They wanted to find out why they both are coming there. So first one they had which had come very near, they had numbered it as a number 1. Number 1 was in change of defense. He was known for his courage and wisdom. Sir, if we wish, we can totally destroy those spacecraft with our missiles, but that won't make us any wiser. So the first number 1 team, what did the number 1 team say? Now with the help of missiles, what we can do? We can destroy that spacecraft. But that wasn't make us any wiser. That is not a good job. We do not have the capacity to render these craft unfortunate in space, but should they have, they can render with ineffective anytime we choose. Suppose if we are not able to defend it, we are not able to destroy it at any moment, they can do it. So that was the team number 1 had said. Understood? Our reports say that they do not contain human beings, they only have instruments. So this first spacecraft is having only instruments. So this was the opinion given by whom? This was the opinion given by number 1. Number 2. So now the next team is the number 2. This is the first team. Now this is the second. Clear? So the first team is saying that it is not easy to defend them because at any moment they can do vice versa, isn't it? And there is no living being there. Only what is there? Only the instruments are there. So number 2, the opinion of number 2, the president asked the scientists in the committee. I commented non-interference and passive observation. We have to look at it. Since we do not know the power of the sender of these spacecraft and we are still in the dark about their emission, that means we don't have that much power. We did not know what is inside, isn't it? So without knowing that, we cannot do anything. It is wise not to reveal our existence and we should not make them understand that we are over here. If we destroy these spaceships to render them ineffective, we might reveal our existence. Suppose if we go and attack or if we make them understand that we are here, it is sure that they will understand everything about us. So that reveal should not be given. The president looked at number 3. Again, who is the next team? Number 3. Next team is number 3. A social scientist here rarely agreed with the number 2. But this was one of the rare occasions where he did. So he in number 3, that team committee also agreed with the number 2. What was the number 2 saying? That we do not know how much power that spacecraft is having it, isn't it? And we did not know what it is also. At the same time, we should not reveal, we should not make them understand that we are here, isn't it? Suppose if we make them understand, then it will be a great danger for them. danger for us, isn't it? So that we should not make them understand. So the third committee also agreeing to that, because without knowing the power of that, we should not go directly to defend them, isn't it? I agree with the number 2, sir. In fact, I will go as far as to say that we should keep our surface activities to the minimum, then thus creating the impression that there is no life on this planet. So that means we have to make sure to them that no living beings are in this planet. Fortunately, our surface condition will give the impression. That means our surroundings also should give that impression that nothing exists over here. Before the president could speak, the personal telephone rang. He lifted the receiver and listened quietly for a moment. Colleagues, he named the first spacecraft has landed. Now, which one has landed? The first spacecraft which they had seen in the TV that had landed. It was a red letter date in Tilo's life, the day he was waiting for his father had at last taken him to the control room. So that final red day had come for Tilu. As father had said, he agreed Tilu to take to the control room. He had gone with his father to the control room. From here we would see the alien spacecraft on the TV screen. So from that control room, he was able to watch the spacecraft. What a funny looking thing, Daddy. What does it contain? Tilu asked. His father shook his head. Can't say for sure. We are only allowed to observe it from far. That means we are not able to see what is inside or just go and examine it. The only thing is we have to just observe it and see what it is doing. But we control all its parts and can exercise our power if it is up to any mistake. Suppose if it is doing anything against us, we have taken certain measures. He pointed to an impressive panel with several colored buttons on it. Till you looked at them visually. That means a line of switches, buttons were there, and suppose if they think anything they are doing against them, they can put on any of the buttons which shows them some danger. Understood? Look, it is up to something, Daddy. Tilu suddenly noted some movement in the spacecraft. So, while he was looking, there was a movement in the spacecraft. Others in the control room saw. All eyes were now glued to the screen. Everyone started watching the TV screen. A mechanical hand was emerging from the spacecraft. Suddenly, first what was coming out? A mechanical hand. It was approaching the surface of the planet. It bent and touched the soil. That hand had come out of that spaceship and it had touched on the ground. What was it up for? People crowded towards the screen for the closer look. The telescope lens of the TV camera zoomed into the tip of the mechanical hand. Tilu was staring at the control panel and its attractive buttons. An irresistible desire brought hold of him to press the most prominent of all button, the red one. There was a shrill whistle and Tilu found himself the center of attention. As well, his father pulled him away roughly and restored the red button to neutral position. But the damage was done. So who has done the damage? He has pressed one of the red button and the whole thing had gotten distracted. Understood? So his father pulled him back. Naked hand from the spacecraft ceased to work. Then it started to work. At the press conference held by NASA, a scientist was briefing the world of press. Everything has been going on smoothly with the Viking mission. There is a small hitch. The mechanical hand which was to dig out the Martian soil examination has developed a malfunction. Malfunction means it did not continue to work because in between Tilu had pressed the red button. We don't know the cause, but our technicians are confident they will sort it out. So they did not come to know only who had seen that he had done that work. Only Tilu's father had seen, isn't it? So the committee was saying that it has a malfunction over there due to some wrong thing that had happened, isn't it? So our mechanic people are trying to find out what is the problem that has caused in between them. Understood? And shortly afterwards there was another press release. The mechanical hand is working again. So now the next news had come that the hand is started working. Thanks to the efforts of our technicians, soil samples are being collected and examined. Soon we will know the answer to the question whether there is life on Mars. So why that the hand had come out of their spaceship? To collect the soil, and from that soil they wanted to know whether living being is apt to live there or not. Life on Mars. Of all the planets in our solar system, Mars is the nearest in location and physical condition to our Earth. So the scientists began the Viking mission, were hopeful to finding life on Mars, but they were in for a disappointment. Viking mission signed no sign of life on Mars. So the mission had said no, life is existing in the planet Mars. Understood now? So now you got the lesson. Okay, now we will read. The conference room in the Central Bureau was so quiet that an outsider would have thought it was empty. Far from it, it was full to capacity, but the members of the Central Committee was unusually quiet. Unusually means not naturally. They knew that the President was going to make a momentous announcement. That means all are waiting for the announcement from whom? From the President of the Committee. Colleagues, I will give you the report as I have. So now he started this announcement saying that he had collected a report and now he is going to reveal in front of everybody. While I speak, there may be a change in the situation. The President paused to get his papers in order and then continued. 2 spacecraft are approaching us. That means 2 spacecraft are coming towards us. One is in fact orbiting our planet, but the other is still far. So one is coming around our planet and the other is far away. We guess that they are coming from our neighboring planet. So now we are understanding that they are coming from our near planet. How should we react? Number 1, you are using. So there are 3 committees, number 1, number 2 and number 3. So now the President of the committee wanted to know what are the opinions of these 3 committees. Understood? So he said that spacecraft have seen 2 are there. One is approaching one is coming very near to them and the other one is little far away. So now they wanted to find out what we have to do with this spacecraft which is coming close to us. Understood? So now he was asking to the committee of number 1. Number 1 was in charge of defense, that means stopping them. He was known for his courage and wisdom. Sir, if we wish, we can totally destroy this spacecraft with a missile. So what was the committee saying? By using missiles, we can stop them, we can destroy them, yes. But that won't make us any wiser. But there is no use of destroying because we do not have the capacity to render this craft unoperational in space. That means we have to stop the operation of the space. For that we don't have any kind of mechanical things. But should they land, we can render them ineffective any damages. Suppose if they come to the land, we can make them ineffective, isn't it? But before that we cannot do any kind of thing because we are not well prepared, well equipped to do all that. So once when they are landing today or after some time, we can make them ineffective. Ineffective means make them not to work. Understood? Our reports say that they do not contain living beings, they only have instruments. At the same time, what are they saying? They don't have any kind of living things over there, but only their spacecraft was carrying instruments. That is the opinion of number 1. Now number 2, your opinion. So now again asking for from the committee of number 2. The President asked the scientist on the committee. I recommend non-interference and passive observation. That means so very clearly we have to we have to understand what is the spacecraft and why it is there. Since we do not know the power of the sender of this spacecraft, power of the sender means the person who had sent or from where it was coming, we do not know the power of them. And we are still in the dark about their intentions. And we also do not know for what they are coming over here. intention, why they are here. It is wise not to reveal our existence. So we also should be secret. We also should be in secret. We also should not make them understand that we are existing over here. If we destroy these spaceships or enter their inactivity, we might reveal our. Suppose if we go and attack them or if we make them ineffective, then they will come to know that we are here. So that we should not make, because first of all he has said that we do not know the power of that sender, from where it is coming and what is their intention. Understood? The president looked at number 3. So that was opinion of number 2. Now coming to the committee of number 3. A social scientist rarely agreed with the number 2. So he also agreed with the number 2. That means we do not know how much powerful they are and why are they coming, what is their intention, isn't it? And we should not reveal our existence. We should not make them understand that we are over here. But this was one of the rare questions where we did. I agree with the number 2, sir. In fact, I will go so far as to say that we should keep our surface activities to the minimum, thus creating the impression that there is no life on this planet. That means we should not make the spacecraft know that we are over here. Understood? It should be very secret. Fortunately, our surface conditions to give that impressions. We have to make our surroundings also clear that they should not understand life exists over here. Before the president could speak, his personal telephone rang. He lifted the receiver and listened quietly for a moment. Please, the first spacecraft had landed. So by this time, what had happened to the spacecraft? It was approaching. It came to a land. It was a red day later in Tilu's life, the day he was waiting for his father had at last taken him to the control room. So it was a great day for, memorable day for Tilu. Why? Because the father had taken him to that central bureau. From here he would see the alien spacecraft on his TV screen. So all are sitting in front of the TV screen, isn't it? And all are watching what is happening over there, isn't it? So he also got a seat over there. What a funny looking thing, Daddy. What does it contain? You ask. His father shook his head. Can't say for sure. That means I'm not sure about that. We are allowed to observe it from far. That means we have to find out what it is. But we control all its parts and can exercise our power if it is up to our enemies. Suppose if it is doing anything against us, we are ready for defending them. He pointed to an impulsive panel with several colored buttons on it. So he had shown him a certain number of buttons over there, which should be used only when, if anything against them happens. Understood? Tilu looked at him peacefully. Look, it is up to something, Daddy. Tilu suddenly noticed some movement in the spacecraft. Others in the control room saw it too. All eyes were now glued to the screen. A mechanical hand was emerging, coming out from the spacecraft. It was approaching the surface of the planet. It bent and touched the soil. So the mechanical hand had come out of the spacecraft and it was to touch the soil. What was it up to? People crowded towards the screen closer. So people could not understand why the mechanical hand is coming towards the ground, isn't it? So all started moving towards the screen of the TV to see closer. Tilu was staring at the control room and his attractive buttons, and a residual desire got hold of him to press the most prominent all button, the red keyboard. And a curiosity came in the mind of Tilu, and suddenly what did he do? He pressed one of the red button. There was a strange music, so a special sound, a strange sound had come, and Tilu found himself center of attraction. So everyone was looking at Tilu. His father pulled him away roughly and restored the red button to neutral position. His father pulled him from there and put the red button in the correct position. But the chain damage was done, but it was damaged. The mechanical hand from the spacecraft ceased to work. It stopped the work. Everything has been going on smoothly with the weakening machine. There is a small hitch. The mechanical hand was to dig on the Martian soil for examination, has developed a countries. So the hand had come to take the soil. It was going to reach the ground. At that time only the red button he had put and everything went wrong. We don't know the cause, but our technicians are confident they will solve it. So what the president said, what the committee president said, that our mechanics are very good enough. They will find out what is the problem. And shortly afterwards, there was another press release. The mechanical hand is working again thanks to the efforts of our technicians. After some time, the work had completed, started working. Soil samples are being collected and examined. They have collected soil. Soon we will know the answer to the question whether there is life on Mars. So they wanted to know whether life exists in Mars or in the planet Mars or not. Listen, that is the only thing they wanted to know, whether life on Earth is also having life on Mars also. Of all the planets in our solar system, Mars is the nearest in location and physical condition to our Earth. So that is why planning to know that whether there are living beings in Mars, because it is very close to the planet Earth. So the scientists began the big mission, were hopeful of finding out life on Mars, but they were in for a disappointment. Found that no signs of life in Mars. But finally, the report came that there are no signs of life in the planet Mars. Clear to you? So now read the lesson many times, understand it. Okay. The notes will be sent to you.